On Queenslanders with a penchant for a Bunnings sausage will be able to grab a snag and a COVID vaccine at the same time. Georgia Simpson joins us live from Bunnings on the Gold Coast. Georgia, good to see you. The Premier has announced this in State Parliament.
Good afternoon to you, Ash. She did indeed. Forget about the lollipop as an after-jab reward in Queensland. It's now all about the Bunnings sausage. Premier Annastacia Palaszczuk announced from Saturday 30 Bunnings stores across the state would have pop-up vaccination clinics.
More than 24 sites have been identified across the state so families can get their Bunnings sausage and a dose of vaccine. Yeah. The Health Minister will make further announcements as more sites come online, Mr Speaker. But as you can see, we're taking the vaccine to the people, Mr Speaker. Yeah. There's no excuse. There's no excuse.
And Georgia, just on another matter, those home quarantine trials, they started in Queensland yesterday. Do we know how many people have actually been approved so far?
Yeah, it was announced in Parliament today, Ash, that 376 people have been approved for the home quarantine trials in Queensland. The state government has reached out to almost 4,000 people, they say, for just 1,000 spots. Premier Annastacia Palaszczuk says the success of the trials and the result of it expanding really relies heavily on people doing the right thing.
This trial of home quarantine is important. I'm pleased to see that those taking part know the responsibility placed on them. To expand it to others, this trial must succeed. We know our success is fragile and our work is not done.
There were a number of strict criteria, Ash, that people had to meet in order to take part in the trials. They had to be returning Queensland residents. They had to be residing in 8 local government areas in the southeast, so it wasn't open to people living in the north of the state. They had to have a freestanding home, be fully vaccinated and be able to fly into Brisbane Airport between October 11 and 18. So there are a number of people stuck interstate with cars because they drove who are unwilling to leave their vehicles behind. So people are saying that that could be the reason behind the low uptake so far for these home quarantine trials, Ash.